The WWE has an amazing number of talented wrestlers, but not all of them are being used properly. Here are 7 WWE wrestlers that need to turn heel
now.
Number 1. Asuka. NXT has produced some great wrestlers only for them to wither on the main roster. Case in point, Asuka, a wrestler who was a megastar before she even entered the WWE and who was given a monster push in NXT, holding the NXT Women's Championship for a record length until an injury forced her to forfeit the title. Sadly, her main roster push was mishandled. First with Asuka losing to Charlotte at WrestleMania 34, then having to put over Carmella. Like many of the wrestlers on this list, her character has been harmed by bad booking. But there's still time to save her. She would function well as a heel, and the women's roster needs a strong heel, so why not do the obvious? While we can only hope the WWE won't play her off as a foreign menace, she needs to turn heel one way or another. Asuka possesses the look and technical skills that would make her an exotic and formidable opponent for the women's roster on SmackDown Live or Raw. Number 2. Bobby Roode. Fans familiar with Bobby Roode's TNA run and NXT appearances were somewhat surprised to see him play a babyface when he graduated to SmackDown Live. Granted, his glorious bit and memes were funny for a while, but it's time to transform Roode into the cocky heel he plays so well.
You got a marginally hot fiance. I mean, your son is somewhat normal. I mean, you should be proud.
The WWE needs an arrogant heel, and Roode could play a wealthy character similar to the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase or JBL. Roode hasn't done much since dropping the United States Championship, and the WWE knows what he brings as a heel. Does Raw have too many heels? Perhaps, but it's certainly lacking a number of excellent heels, and Roode can fill his role well. Number 3. Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's return to the WWE has been a colossal dud, largely due to bad booking such as his program with Sami Zayn. However, if the WWE is going to have him squashing much smaller opponents, it should be as a heel. Otherwise, he runs the risk of alienating fans as a babyface. With Braun Strowman turning heel, it's unlikely Lashley will be turning heel anytime soon on Raw, as the company needs a powerhouse babyface. However, a jump to SmackDown Live could be a good chance for Lashley to stand out as a monster heel, incorporating his strength and legitimate MMA background into a character similar to Brock Lesnar, except that in his case, he wrestles more often than every 3 months. Number 4. One member of the New Day. Wrestlelamia has discussed how the New Day has done a remarkable job staying fresh, despite being together for nearly 4 years. But every faction needs a shake-up now and then, and the New Day is no exception. Rumours persist the WWE wants to turn Big E heel and shift him into a singles push. This could serve 2 purposes, freshening the New Day and giving Big E his singles run. The New Day could elevate a wrestler by bringing him in as Big E's replacement. The WWE needs to be careful as to who becomes the New Day's new member, but there are several stars in NXT and the main roster who could do well alongside Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Number 5. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is so much better as a heel, and many fans are still scratching their head why WWE turned Braun Strowman heel when a Shield heel turn could have been so much better and unexpected. Reigns is never going to get over as a babyface, even as a member of the Shield. Sadly, any pop Reigns gets from being in the Shield is going to be short-lived, and he'll hurt Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins because fans will grow tired with anyone associating themselves with Reigns. As much as we want Reigns to turn heel, the WWE is going out of their way to spite the WWE Universe. So while a heel turn is desperately needed, it's unlikely to happen thanks to Mr. McMahon. Number 6. BAYLEY. Lately, BAYLEY's act has been very stale. No doubt she's a great worker and has considerable charisma, it's just that her current booking has her looking like a loser. Her notorious kendo stick match against Alexa Bliss at last year's Extreme Rules made her look weak, portraying her as someone who lacked the killer instinct necessary for professional wrestling. One of the things that seems to be keeping the WWE from turning the huggable one heel is her large standing with women and girls. If BAYLEY is bringing in good merchandise sales for the WWE, they may keep her as a face. However, a heel turn could do remarkable things for her career. The WWE could portray her as a goofy heel who doesn't realize the fans are booing her, or the WWE could do a 180 turn with her and transform into a dark, evil character. And number 7, Charlotte Flair. There's no question Charlotte can play a babyface well, but just like Papa Flair, she works better as a heel. In this case, Charlotte was put in an awkward situation by the WWE, having Becky Lynch turn on her. Yes, the turn was unexpected, but it didn't make much sense and would have worked much better if Charlotte had turned, being shown as taking advantage of her friendship with Becky Lynch. With long-term plans for Charlotte to face Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35, it makes sense for a heel Charlotte to face babyface Ronda. The WWE has plenty of time to fix this, but a last-minute heel turn might not be the best way to pursue things next year at WrestleMania. Well guys, there you have it. 7 WWE superstars who need to turn heel. What do you think about our picks? And are there any wrestlers you'd want to see turn heel? Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.